So, Dragon Ball FighterZ came out in 2018 and we were all like, and over the course of the last 4 years, the roster has grown to a rather impressive size. Now, it's not the biggest roster in Dragon Ball game by any means, but it does feel like the best considering that this is an Arc System Works game. And Arc System Works goes out of their way to put so much work into characters that release that even different versions of the same character feel like completely new experiences. For example, go look at any Dragon Ball FighterZ tier list right now and you will see all 5 of the Gokus are so different from each other that they're on completely different parts of the tier list.
Actually, there's 6 Gokus.
What? No, there isn't.
Goku Black.
That's not even Goku for real, that's just Zamasu.
I mean, technically, if you count the fusions, then those are half Goku. Ow!
Yeah, you want another one?
No.
Alright, well get out of here and don't interrupt me again. Anyways, over the years, the characters put into this game have been carefully selected, and at this point in the game being complete as far as the roster is concerned, I think we've successfully covered representation of every important time in past and current Dragon Ball history. Not counting the manga, of course, anime only. But what if I told you there's one single character missing from the roster? There is a major part of Dragon Ball history not being represented in the roster by not having this character here. Who might that be, may you ask? Well, let's go through the characters in the part of Dragon Ball history they represent just to make sure I'm not missing anything. By the way, when I say major part of Dragon Ball history, I mean the parts that are important. Nobody cares that we can't use Nam or Android 8 or General Blue as characters, alright? The absence of these characters does not make the roster feel incomplete. Goodness gracious, we got these characters one time in Tenkaichi 3 and now y'all act like any Dragon Ball game without them is lacking. Get out of here with that BS. But anyway, we're going to start the roster representation off with the obvious Android 21, Majin, and Lab Coat, which represent the game itself. Moving along to OG Dragon Ball. So Dragon Ball was represented well enough by Kid Goku and Master Roshi. That's all we need, but in case you want to argue and say, well, this is actually GT Goku and DBS Roshi, well, I'd say the inclusion of Krillin, Tien, and Yamcha covers it well enough because they all originate from Dragon Ball. Moving on. Starting in the Saiyan Saga, we got Base Goku, Base Vegeta, Nappa, and Piccolo. This should be enough to cover every major moment that happened in the Saiyan Saga, right? And before you say, well, we don't have Kid Gohan, nobody wants to use Kid Gohan. We already have the 2 fan favorite Gohans. And on the topic of future Gohan, you already complain about multiple versions of Goku and Vegeta, even though their movesets are completely different. Future Gohan is just Ultimate Gohan with one arm, okay? Don't at me. We don't need Future Gohan. Moving on. The Namek Saga is obviously represented by Ginyu, accompanied by the other members of the Ginyu Force. Super Saiyan Goku and Frieza are also on the roster, and that pretty much covers that. Reminder, we are only naming off important characters here. Don't you dare try to sit up here and tell me that you give a single damn about Zarbon and Dodoria. No, you don't. And Nail, no disrespect, but why? Moving on. To represent the Android Saga, we got Android 16, Android 18, accompanied by Android 17. We also got Cell. We also have Super Saiyan Vegeta, Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, best Gohan in my eyes. And we also got big Future Trunks in this thing, which by the way, on the topics of Future Trunks representation of the special, this is the same Trunks from that special. So technically, even though there's no Future Gohan here, this Future Trunks covers that well enough, so we don't need it, okay? I don't want to hear it in the comments. And the characters that some people might say are missing from this arc are Android 19 and 20, aka Dr. Gero. Again, sure, but I'm quite positive nobody cares about these characters enough to warrant a paid DLC character slot, so we're good on that. Are you trying to pay money to get Android 19 and Dr. Gero? Yeah, I ain't think so. Moving on to the Buu Saga. Now, the Buu Saga is obviously represented by Majin Buu himself being in the roster, although we do have Videl from the earlier part of it. Then we have Kid Buu for the end of it. Now, I will admit that there's one character besides the one I'm going to reveal at the end that we technically could say needs to be in the game, which is Super Buu, specifically buuhan, which, yeah, fair point. I don't know why he isn't here, but hey, Gotenks fought Super Buu, and so did Ultimate Gohan and Vegito, so that's technically representation right there, right? Even though Vegito in FighterZ is Vegito Blue, but it's still Vegito, you know? But yeah, I'll give you that. Buuhan should be here for sure. I'll grant you that one. And there's no Majin Vegeta, which I know that's a lot of people's favorite Vegeta. And listen, this is yet another one that I'll grant you guys. He should be here. Either him or I would actually prefer Blue Evolution Vegeta since he also has Final Explosion. But Blue Evolution Vegeta doesn't die when he uses it, which would make more sense to have it as a level 3 in the game. But with all that being said, Dragon Ball Z is officially covered. Moving on to Dragon Ball GT. Okay, now this is an easy one. We already got GT Goku with his Super Saiyan 4 transformation, Super Baby Vegeta 2, and Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Omega Shenron is missing, unfortunately, but again, technically Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta represents that part well enough, since he's the one who fought Omega Shenron. Although Omega Shenron would be dope to have here, it isn't like that part isn't represented. So, moving on. Alright, let's move on to Dragon Ball Super now. Starting off with the Battle of Gods arc, we literally have Beerus. That's all we need, nothing more needs to be said than that. Moving on to Resurrection of Frieza arc, we have Goku Blue and Vegeta Blue on top of Frieza being able to go golden during the battle. That's enough to cover that one as well. Moving on. Next, we got the Universe 6 vs Universe 7 tournament, which is represented by the legendary assassin Hit. Don't sit up here and lie and act like y'all want Kappa that bad. Y'all don't want him that bad. The roster's fine without him. And if you want Frost, just pick Frieza Color 4 and pretend you're using him. Now moving on to the Future Trunks arc, we got Goku Black and Fusamasu to cover the villain side, but we also have my boy Vegeta Blue in all his glory. No DBS Trunks, but regular Trunks does have that dope dramatic finish against Fusamasu, so that's close enough. Then to end off Dragon Ball Super, we have the Tournament of Power, which is easily represented by DBS Android 17, Kefla makes an appearance, and then of course we got Big Jiren and MUI Goku. And Omen shows up in a dramatic finish, so shut up. And at this point, we've reached our final category, which is specials and movies. Now, you guys can feel free to correct me in the comments if I'm wrong on any of the things that I'm about to say, but as a longtime Dragon Ball fan, I think I have a good grasp on which characters are loved and which ones aren't. Also, everything that I'm about to say isn't about the movies themselves, it's about the characters in the movies. Pretty much all of these movies are really good movies, but that doesn't mean we care about the characters in the movies enough to warrant them being in the roster. So with that being established, let's go. We don't care about any of the OG Dragon Ball movie villains. There's no need to spend any more time on this part. Going through the Dragon Ball Z movies and specials, first we got Bardock. I mean, Bardock is so much of a fan favorite that they just throw him into the roster of Dragon Ball games regardless of the story mode. So of course he's here. Nobody cares about Garlic Jr. We don't care about Dr. Willow. We don't care about Turles or Lord Slug. Again, good movies, but these villains are not desired for the games. Cooler is a fan favorite. That's why he's here in the game. No Metal Cooler, but hey, still Cooler. We don't care about Android 13. I literally forgot that this character exists. What about y'all? Broly is also so much of a fan favorite that they just throw him in the roster of every Dragon Ball game regardless of the story mode. That's why he has a spot in this roster. Now, Bojack is a villain that I don't feel like people care about, but the movie was dope, especially considering it's the only other appearance of Super Saiyan 2 Gohan outside of the Cell games. But yeah, y'all let me know down in the comments if y'all would like Bojack, I guess. I don't really think that people care about him enough. Fusion Reborn is one of the all-time best Dragon Ball movies ever made, and Janemba easily makes the roster, as well as Super Gogeta via a dramatic finish. Now, Wrath of the Dragon is another great DBZ movie, but Haruda Garn can't be here for obvious reasons. Maybe a case can be made for Tapion. Maybe you would fight with him, he would use the sword, and then when you use your level 3, Haruda Garn will start destroying everything, including the opponent, and then Tapion will play his flute to make him go away. I don't know, man. And finally, we got Big DBS Broly, loud and proud on the roster, as well as Gogeta Blue, with the final moments of the movie as a level 5 and a dramatic finish. So, now that we've gone through everything we possibly can for Dragon Ball again, not counting the manga, who is the missing character? Can y'all guess? Pause the video and put your predictions down in the comments, and then after I reveal it, reply to your comments saying whether or not you were right. Alright y'all, big reveal. The character missing from the roster is Raditz. Hold on, wait, hold on, bro. Before you click away, just hear me out. Listen, just hear me out, bro. Raditz is quite literally the OG. He's the original villain of Dragon Ball Z. He did it first. He had a lot of huge moments and characters came from Raditz. He's Goku's older brother. Goku died for the first time in his fight with Raditz. Piccolo got his revenge against Goku in a roundabout way by killing him and Goku with a special beam cannon. He was the cause of the first showing that Gohan had hidden power that he taps into when he gets angry. He would have dialogue with so many characters. He would have special dialogue with Goku, Bardock, Nappa, Vegeta, Piccolo, Gohan, even Frieza. He could have a dramatic finish that requires you to have base Goku and Piccolo on your team. Like, there are so many possibilities here from Raditz simply being put in the roster. Call me crazy, but I just think the inclusion of Raditz is the only inclusion that needs to be made to make this roster feel actually complete. Quite literally the first villain in Dragon Ball Z history, and he's not on the roster. I just think that that's kind of weird. But hey, that's just my opinion. You guys tell me what you think. Let me know down in the comments if you think there are better choices other than Majin Vegeta, Buuhan, and Omega Shenron. I already went over those in the video. And also, don't say Ice or Nova Shenron. They're cool, but we don't need them either. If you watch this video to the end, make sure you show a lot of love to this video, like, share, and subscribe. Hit me up down in the comments with your opinions. I really want to know what y'all think, man. And until next time we are up out of this thing, it's your boy, Dower the Kid, signing out. Hey.